Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. And then the last passage I want to read to you guys is the last page of the autobiography of Gucci Mane. He obviously had a turned up life. He was like super like gang about it and everything else. He ended up in prison for 3 years, but it gave him 3 years to really reflect on who he is, and his glow up coming out of prison has been amazing. Not that I'm comparing this quarantine to prison. That is not what I'm doing. But it's a very inspirational book. And there's this part about looking back, which I feel like a lot of us are right now, but a big part of what we should be doing is letting go and looking forward, even though it looks bleak. So my father used to say that if you keep looking back, you're going to trip going forward. That in life, sometimes you reach a fork in the road and you have to make a decision. Which direction will it be, left or right? To be firm in that decision, you can't keep looking back. You have to make peace with the past. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time for wounds to heal. But I had time, 3 years to think about it all. The relationships that matter most, the ones that have run their course, the mistakes I can't afford to make again, my strengths, my shortcomings, my limits. The way I've responded, times get tough again because toughs are a part of life. It's how you bounce back from the moments that made you who you are. 3 years to replay things in my head over and over and over again until I stopped replaying them, until I just let them go. If you keep looking back, you're going to trip going forward. I've taken heed of that. To start a new chapter, you got to turn the page on the last one. Still, every now and then, I do think it's okay to stop and look back, just for a moment before continuing on your way, especially when it's a hell of a fucking story. So that's my little Sunday service today, you guys. Like, yes, there's a lot of times that I'm sitting there like thinking of like all the crazy thing that's going on and like all the things that like the past, but like it's been also a really beautiful opportunity to move on. I look crazy trying to do this. I just saw myself a thing. But yeah, like thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. We have such an amazing host today with Jen, and then we have amazing ladies to kind of just start this whole week anew tomorrow. And yeah.
Yay!
After the, what do you call it?
Yeah, I love
After
it.
the train
I love it.
show. So then I didn't go back to LA. Like, and she went on vacation. So I was like, shit, I think I'm not getting my hair cut.
Yeah, where is she?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just make sure.
Oh, I want to match you. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to mute everyone for a second. Thank you again. I'm just going to unmute and everyone applaud for J-Tran because that was awesome. Dad, I know it's not easy. The Sunday service after Glow to Saturday. I know. Girl, props to you. Props to you. All right. Okay, cool. So moving on next, we have Ginny. Ginny's gonna do a joint rolling session. And she is gonna show us how to roll a proper joint, y'all. Do you guys have your stuff ready? Because I can give you a minute. You know, if you wanna try to do this together, by all means, go grab your stuff. You got 1 minute. I love those nuggies. Hi, Jenny. How are you?
Hi everyone. If you guys want, please follow along. You guys have everything. You just need weed. Whoops.
I'm gonna try to grab my stuff.
What strain is that?
This is GDP, Granddaddy Purple from my family. So I'm rolling indica because I need that to sleep. See. So you also need, if you guys have a tamper, that'd be great. If you don't, you can use a pen, a chopstick, anything that you can just use to pack it in. And then make sure you have some paper with you. And like cardstock, so you can make a crutch. I also use like business cards or anything that's a little bit thick. So we're gonna go ahead and grind your weed up. I already have some weed grinded up here. I'm really nervous, you guys. So this is my first time I'm doing a live demo that's not one-on-one. So
Oh, Jenny, you're great. You're so great.
Amazing. No judgment.
there with
So
me.
amazing.
You good.
All right, so I have grinded up weed here. Go ahead and roll your crutch. What I usually do is I'll roll it like a W. So go ahead and go back and forth, back and forth.
And what does the crutch do?
So the crutch helps filter the smoke when you're smoking, and it keeps from you inhaling your weed. So go ahead and roll it like this, like an M or W, and then go ahead and roll it like that. So that's what you're gonna have. And then what I usually do, this is what's easier for me. I usually take the paper and it's already in half. So I usually then fold it again and to meet the center. And make sure the little sticky part is on top. Always make sure that's on top. If you can see, it's shiny. So go ahead and put your crutch at the end. Usually I see a lot of people putting it here in the center of the paper, but for me, it's a lot easier to do it at the edge of the paper. And then just hold it like this. And then you're gonna go ahead and roll it outwards. So roll it outwards, so it's gonna look like this. And then go ahead and put your weed in the crevice that you made. Just pack it in. And then go ahead and pack it down with your finger. And now, since you have this, since you're holding the paper and the crutch together, what I do is then I roll outwards away from you. And then also kind of pack it in with your finger while you're rolling it outwards away from you. And then when you get to the edge of the paper, go ahead and lick it. You guys have to make it wet. And then go ahead and keep rolling it outwards away from you and then seal it. And usually mine's always come out looking like a cone, and that's fine. So then you have this. And then go ahead and take your temper or whatever tool you have and push your weed down. And so I made a little baby one. I like baby ones, especially in this quarantine. You don't really want to share your joints with anybody. So what I've been doing is I've been making like little baby joints, and I've been just giving it away to whoever I'm seeing, because I'm like, hey, yo, do you smoke weed? Well, this would probably help you keep calm right now. So then go ahead and close the top. You're just gonna twist it. And here's a little baby joint.
Oh, yeah. That is so good.
That was beautiful.
Did everybody get that, or you know, like, you want to show your joints? That was awesome.
Let's have one, guys.
Have one.
There we go.
Oh, this shit's hard.
Tiny baby.
Oh, wow.
Don't worry.
You guys, hope that I gave good enough instructions so you can roll your own little board.
I'm gonna just add a little bit more. All right. So, wow. Okay, cool. That was awesome. You know what? I've never been great at doing this, honestly. I cheat. I make spliffs. I roll it out of the cigarette. It's already a cone, and then I just poke it in there and be like, "Yeah, dude, it's perfect."
You could also buy pre-made cones and
That
stuff it.
too. That is hella true, right there. Ginny's showing it.
You just pack it in or whatever you have, so you don't have to actually roll joints. You just can get these.
Sweet.
And this is what it comes in. It comes in this one.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And
Everybody stay high.
Another round of applause for Ginny. That was dope.
We love you, Ginny.
Love you, Jenny.
Bye.
So good.
Just you leaving doesn't make a difference. You have to change. You're just like your tias when you share something meaningful and they're like, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Can we just comment on Joogie's hair right now? It's looking
Hold
so
up, hold up.
fabulous.
Let's look at Jiggy real quick. Oh, wait. I passed.
Can you highlight him?
Oh,
Can
I
you
will.
highlight him?
Oh, what? Oh, I will. Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's a turn up hair.
baby.
Wow. I need to, hold on. I need to take a picture of this. Oh, yeah.
That's how you show up to church Sundays. I love it.
I love it. That's
Yeah, I'm ready on Sundays.
Okay, cool. So who actually
Avocado oil, Patrick.
oh, avocado oil. Did everybody roll one? Because I mean, I think I did okay. I'm gonna test it out. It's a small one, it's baby, but you know, you do what you can. All right. So is April in here? April. She's been having a little technical difficulty, so we might have to skip her and then come back to her when she's ready. Trying to see. Hold on one second. All right. Everyone's tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Once again, it's day 6 of Insidelands. Stretch it out for a little bit, you know, like do a couple of, or you can dab, like Jay Tran, just keep it going, you know. But honestly, this does feel good. Oh, I just cracked something. And you know, Ginny just showed us how to roll a fucking joint, and I'ma smoke up a little bit. You know, everybody light up. It's Sunday service. What else do you do after that? You just smoke.
Let there be light. Oh my God, I just Googled that as a Bible verse, by the way.
No, effective. Thanks, Ginny. Look, it's burning. It's going. So I think I did okay. Sweet.
Yeah, as long as you can smoke it, it doesn't matter.
Right?
It doesn't matter.
Any form of this weed going into the system is A-okay with me.
Yes. Wellness.
Wellness, baby. Okay, cool. So like I said, April was gonna be up next, but I think she's having some technical difficulties. That's okay, you know, that shit happens. So give me a second. Oh.
There's more of the Gucci Mane book I can read for y'all.
Yeah, do that for a second. Let me figure out my shit right now.
Well,
Mark loves
the
the
passage.
shit.
Were you guys here when I read the passage earlier? Because that was a really good one.
That was really good. Read more.
Yeah, let's find another thing here. He's got, oh my God, let's see. I'm just going to reread that again. Sometimes you need to reread things. So, hi guys. I don't know religion well, but Gucci Mane is the most inspirational. Oh, look, DJ Khaled. Let me show him too. He's super inspirational. And if I was listening to him, I wouldn't have called my ex because he would have been like, you played yourself. So last night was a little wild. So I'm going to read this passage again. I think it's something we should all listen to. But my father used to say that if you keep looking back, you're going to trip going forward. That in life, sometimes you reach a fork in the road and you have to make a decision. Which direction will it be, left or right? To be firm in that decision, you can't keep looking back. You have to make peace with the past. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time for wounds to heal, but I had time, 3 years to think about it. The relationships that matter most, the ones that have run their course, the mistakes I can't afford to make again, my strengths, my shortcomings, my limits. The way I've got to respond when times get tough again, because tough times are a part of life. It's how you bounce back from those moments that make you who you are. 3 years to replay things in my head over and over and over until I stop replaying them, until I just let them go. If you keep looking back, you're going to trip going forward. I've taken heed of that. To start a new chapter, you've got to turn the page on the last one. Still, every now and then, I do think it's okay to stop and look back, just for a moment before continuing on your way, especially when it's a hell of a fucking story. Ooh. Gucci Mane. But yeah, guys, and also DJ Khaled, yes. I mean, but yeah, like that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys are taking time to plan your next steps. Take a moment for now, but like we're gonna bounce back so much harder. I know I will bounce back after the last night. So if that's any inspiration to you guys, yeah, I don't have other things. I also have how to write an email. I can read from that.
Thanks, Jay. I mean, I need to get that book. I need to borrow it.
Oh my God, yes. Everyone get how to write an
No,
email.
not that
Oh.
one. Oh, no. How to write you know what? Honestly, I probably should say that. I don't do well emails. It's not.
Yeah.
It is. But
Turns out. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, if you guys are just tuning in, once again, thank you for coming to Insidelands, day 6, end of the week of week 1 quarantine, which has been a lot of fun. Has anybody had like crazy experiences this past week of quarantine? Any crazy stories? Anybody? No? Pretty tame? Okay.
Wow. This is on fire.
Oh, shit. Okay. We are gonna skip ahead. Hold on. Is April here? Huh? Oh,
Hey guys.
Kat, did you have a crazy story?
Steph does. Yeah, I actually have a small story. It was kind of scary, but my brother had texted us in the morning because he told us that in the next room my dad was coughing like a lot. And then he was afraid to ask him what's going on. So I had given him a call just to do a symptom check on him. And it turns out that he just ate my grandma's spicy soup and my brother was freaking out for no reason. And he was just like, I was just choking on the soup. It was so spicy. So yeah,
as someone in healthcare, can you guys like kind of go over like what symptoms we should really be looking out for that's like more alarming and needs like actual medical attention? Because I was like having like an huge allergy attack and like sneezing and coughing, but like luckily my eyes were really itchy at the same time. Like I wanted to scratch them out, so I knew it was allergies. But like I think normally right now, because everyone's on high like intense like paranoia, like they're just like thinking that they're sick. So can you just kind of go over what we should actually be watching out for?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a respiratory illness. So, and you know, it's also cold season, it's also flu season, it's also allergy season at the same time. And so there are a lot of symptoms and it's really easy to feel like you have all of these things, especially with this fear in the forefront. So it's high fever is one of them, kind of like a sore throat, coughing, because it is a respiratory illness and it kind of makes its way down into the lungs eventually. Shortness of breath is one of them. But I think it's just mainly like, you know, the coughing, the fever, and the, you know, shortness of breath. Those are the main ones, which are really vague. But if you find yourself having a hard time breathing, getting short, out of breath, doing things that you usually do, if you can't like hold your breath for a really long time, just give your doctors a call. You don't have to go into the hospital yet. Just make sure that you are calling appropriately your providers so that, you know, they will gauge how serious your illness is, and then they can gauge whether you need testing or whether you need to go in so we can flatten that curve together.
Also, high fever is also another standard. Respiratory issues, yes, but high fever due to the infection.
Mm-hmm.
And when they say high fever, they're counting it as over 100.4. So sometimes, like recently when I've been checking my patients, their temperature gets a little elevated, like 99 degrees, when usually standard is like what, 97?
Yeah.
97.2 or something. So when it's a little elevated, it can still get really scary for people, but the standard is 100.4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk more tomorrow,
Yeah,
though, about
tomorrow we're gonna be talking to for mental health Monday, and this is a topic that will open up throughout the entire week. You know, if you guys have
Do you buy your own realtor gifts then from Petco, or you do that or no?
a mental health Mondays, and also like Wellness Wednesday. But of course, you guys were a big community here, and we all have the same concerns. We're all really scared. So feel free to continue asking the questions.
Yeah, and also make sure that you're still getting some sunlight out there and walking outside, because that's tightly tied in with our circadian rhythm, and sleep is so essential right now. Make sure you're getting your sleep, make sure you're keeping up that immunity. Make sure the stress is as low as you can. If you can pick up meditation, then that's an important thing, because that lowers your immunity as well.
We're all like hungover right now. As we're talking about staying
Immunity.
healthy.
Thank you, ladies. That was so informative.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
guys.
much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so we are moving on. April, I see you in here. Girl, how you doing? I know you had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, my entire set was deleted, and the app that I use crashes, and there's like lag time up after the upgrade. But I so happy to share some music. Wait, let's see how this. I'm not sure how to use Zoom. I'm a new Zoom user, so.
Oh, so on the bottom there's a share screen. If which you did already, and then it should. If anything, there might be an audio thing. Hey, Alan, what was the audio? Just we'll go from there.
Is it okay? Jen. Is that okay?
We can't hear you, love.
Hello? Yeah. Okay. Does that sound better? Okay. How's the volume? My phone. Because I couldn't, yeah, I can't crush my so.
Sorry, guys, technical difficulties. Give us 1 second.
Concentrate on looks. Does that sound better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah?
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah.
You can turn it up.
What do you mean? What? Is that better?
Green button. Where? Oh yeah, new share. Okay. Yes. It's a little blocked, but I'm gonna say yes. Via cable or via AirPlay? Sure.
That's what I have.
Yeah, that's what she has set up. Yeah. Are you playing it through this? No.
No, we're playing it through your audio.
Okay, cool. Okay. Thanks, man.
Is it okay? It's hard to do this on like sit down on like laptop audio. Hey guys, since we're going through a lag, I think I'm just gonna end it here. Or it's since we're going through some technical difficulties.
Yeah, not a problem. You got. I know this is a little bit difficult. Zoom's been kind of a pain in terms of DJ sound, so we are working on finding the best solution. And in the meantime, bear with us just a little bit. I swear we'll figure something out. But anyways, give it up for April for trying so hard. It was dope tracks. I wish we could have heard it a little bit more, but I see that you have a SoundCloud link, so send that over in chat so we can check it out ourselves if it's in public, okay? Thank you, and give it up for April again one more time.
Well, you know,
Yay!
push comes to shove, what are you gonna pay? You're gonna pay the rent, you're gonna feed your family, you got all this other stuff. And
Yeah, that
that's
was
just,
dope. I mean,
you know,
again,
yeah, it's just, that's right.
sound has been kind of an issue here and there, but you know, we'll try to get it as soon as possible, like get it going. Let me see. I think, oh, how do I take this? Oh, share screen, continue. Oh, all right. So let's see. We
Yeah,
are,
that is a conversation
okay.
that hasn't happened yet.
That was
Yeah, if so, yeah,
let me
we are prepared.
How's everyone feeling? Are you guys good? How's your Sunday going? Do you feel a little bit more awake now?
That's like
You guys,
It's right here.
Get it out a little bit. Yo, Jordan, I like your background.
I feel great. Yeah.
You look great, Jen.
Feeling good.
I tried to fix my hair. My hair was a hot mess this morning. I'm not gonna lie to you. But thanks again for being on Insidelands 2020 and have been on. And today we have an all ladies takeover, and I'm super stoked. You know, we learned how to roll a joint. We learned how to just, you know, some Gucci Mane quotes from J Translating Service. And then we got some tracks from April. So, you know, we're all out here trying to just, you know, have a creative outlet. And so I'm stoked that we're able to do this and be able to do it with all you guys. And so if you guys want to donate or anything, if you have any extra dollars, by all means, I know it's a tough time. We're not asking for anything. If you guys do have something and you want to donate, our Venmo is available, Insidelands 2020. All the proceeds go back to all the artists that have been showcasing their talent. Anything and everything is much appreciated. If not, I'm just happy that you guys are here, sharing the same virtual space with us. Moving on next, it's gonna be one of my best friends, Yanis. She's gonna be showing a few tips for all you glowed up Saturday after glowed up hangover. She's gonna teach us a few tricks on how to relieve that, how to self-massage yourself, so that way we can kind of enjoy the rest of the Sunday if you're hungover. So Yanis, I'm gonna let you take it over.
I'm doing. First off, thank you, Jen. Thank you, ladies, for having me here. I want to say how special this really is to have community during this time where we're pretty much just trapped in our own homes. And I just feel so much gratitude. I'm also so honored to be part of this lineup with all these fierce ass women who I've admired for so long. Love you guys. So as Jen said, today to share a few techniques since we're here on our own, and they'll be for hangovers and to boost your immunity, especially at a time like this. So for those of you that are feeling a little bit less than 100% from last night's festivities or general nausea, headaches, just typical hangover stuff, I have a little something for you. Let me just tell you a little bit about myself. Been learning a little bit more about traditional Chinese medicine, a little bit of background in psychology and sexual health education. But today I'm going to share some techniques for hangovers. Let's see, let's get started here. First, I want to talk about positivity and how stress can really affect you at a time like this. The stress hormone corticosteroid can actually suppress the effectiveness of the immune system. So I guess what I'm trying to say, yes, it's very difficult to not be stressed out when there's definitely fear and anxieties surrounding whether or not we might have it or whether we're exposed to it, which is fine and it's normal, but it's important to also be mindful and to acknowledge, yes, these ideas and thoughts are in your head, but at the same time also acknowledge the science. I think someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but from the science I was seeing that the survivability rate is over 95%, and it's hopefully getting lower by each day. You basically have a higher chance of getting pregnant using some birth control methods than you can from dying from this. So just wash your hands. We'll look to Kat and Steph for all their wonderful information. So thank you guys, that was wonderful. And again, let's continue with the hangover portion. So the first point is for nausea, upset stomach, motion sickness, carpal tunnel, and headaches. This point is on your wrist. You want to bust that out real quick. It's 3 finger breaths from your wrist on the inner forearm between your 2 tendons. So 3 and then here. So we can massage here. I like to do clockwise for 10 and then and then counterclockwise for another 10. It's also really important to keep breathing. And what do I mean by breathing? I mean, you know, something that I like to do is to count and see how deep my breathing can. So typically for 4. Exhale for 4. You can keep massaging yourself while you're doing this. And inhale for another 4. 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, this is really wonderful for nausea. So this is going to be the first one we get out of the way. And I'm sorry, Jen, can you let me know how I am on time? I didn't actually notice when we started.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Do you know how many more minutes I have?
Infinite for you.
I love you.
So please take the time.
So I remember using this point when I was severely hungover and desperate. Like it was one of those I woke up drunk kind of times. And for me, I don't know if it was just like in my head, but I was ready to use anything. And this worked for me. And I did it for like maybe 10 minutes because I needed some extra help that day. The other one, what's the name of this point? It's called drilling bamboo, which is probably what you're feeling if you drank a lot last night. So between your eye sockets, if you can see, there's like a little point between your eyebrows. I like to use my thumbs so I can lean my head over it so I can do less work. And then, you know, inhale and exhale and just kind of let this point between your eye sockets and the upper point just kind of rest on your thumbs for a little bit. And you can go ahead and do some deep breathing exercises here. So let's all inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Typically, I try to also eventually see how many seconds I can hold it. Ideally, for me, what is wonderful for relieving stress and tension is to hold it for 6 seconds. Sometimes it's wonderful if I can even hold it to 8. But it's on you. Just do what is comfortable in your body. Don't stress about it. That's the main thing. That's our main goal. And moving on to the next one for headaches. And so, sorry, the last one is wonderful for relieving colds, especially for this time. Sinus congestion, also headaches for sure, and also tired eyes. So these are all wonderful for also boosting your immune system. The next one is, so fine at the bottom of your cheekbone. I have pretty high cheekbones, so use your index and middle finger to kind of like push directly underneath your eye sockets and just kind of push up. This is a great point to relieve tension in your nose, stuffy nose, head congestion, if your eyes are burning, eye fatigue, and eye pressure. One for facial swelling, also facial paralysis, sinus pain, nasal congestion. There's also another point just outside of each nostril. The other thing to note is if you find these points very sore or tender, you're doing it right, you know. So let me go ahead and do this. Sometimes if it's really blocked up here, I'll just kind of rotate my fingers inwards and outwards for all these different points to kind of like get everything out of my system. How are we doing, guys? Good?
Wow,
Yeah, your beautiful faces. You good so far? Okay, great.
Really?
Wow. Really? Wow. That was so good. Jolie, do you have anything for like the jaw?
Jaw, yeah. Out here?
I would tell you.
Yeah, I feel like when I get really anxious.
Yeah,
like,
so
I
you can't have
clench my
tomatoes.
jaw.
So like whenever like
Bro, I'm still mad at
I want to see. I don't know who's talking. Let's see.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
That's so cute.
I actually have a few more if you guys are interested, but for the sake of time, I'll probably just post the rest everywhere else. So there's like an indentation on the outside of your, let's see if I can find it. So see where your ear is? There's like a, just follow your bone. There's like a point kind of where your jaw meets. And then I like to go, just use all my fingers and just kind of like really dig in there and just go like this, you know. The funnier you look and feel and sound, like it should be great. And in yoga, there's something called lion's breath. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but what you do is inhale, so deep inhale, so 4, 2, 1, and when you exhale, you stick your tongue out as far as you can, as low as you can, and you try to look at your third eye, and you stretch everything, all the muscles in your face. So. That's one of my favorites. Like, so when I feel like I've been grinding my teeth at night, I'm like, oh man, and I'm in the shower, I'm like, we got my Epsom salt going, which is great because we don't get enough magnesium in our diets. It's wonderful for stress as well. But I'll just like lion's breath it up in there. So amp. All auditions are good. Yes.
We do have a request for
No, that's what I was thinking yesterday. I was
What's
like,
that?
oh my god, I feel.
Hold on.
I was so fucking with.
So Yanis, thank you so much, dude. That revived me. And we do have one request from Jordan. He is asking if you can write this down in a description form and send it to us. Dude, that one on the thumb one right here was fucking gnarly. I was like, holy shit. Wow. All right, up for Yanis.
I pulled him into my room and I sat him down, and he kept still like hitting me. So I grabbed his legs and his.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
My video off.
Oh, you are. Oh goodness! Wow, guys, how are you guys feeling? That was good. Do you guys feel? Oh,
You're being Titus?
I feel healthy after that.
Our sanity.
Oh, no. All right. Okay, speaking of our health, we are now moving on to Sunday Funday activities. We're gonna move to Amp. Miss Amp is gonna show us some cocktails, and she's gonna show us some body rolls. I mean, it's Sunday, y'all. Cocktails and body rolls is kind of a given, so I'm gonna let Amp take it over.
Let's throw some money at the Venmo for these body rolls, everybody. We need to be throwing those dollar bills at Anne Mary right now, so.
Thanks. I like money. Money's nice. So I'm gonna tie in. So most of you guys know I do Cuff and SF, and it's an R&B party, so there's a lot of body rolling going on. So I'd say I'm a body roll connoisseur and professional because I witness it and I also partake in it. And typically, wait, can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. And so I'm gonna play some music and let me know if it's too loud. Is this too loud? Can you hear it?
Maybe slightly louder.
Oh, that's
me,
great.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So Ciara Body Party is like one of my favorite R&B songs, but I don't have it on wax, so I never get to play it. So I'm always bugging our DJ friends to play it. So at Cuffin, I typically drink, it's natural, girl. It's my backyard. My background is my backyard. So I usually drink tequila when I'm at Pops, tequila soda. So, cup. Oh, whoops. Too much ice. Don't want it to water down. That's crazy. I usually do half because I don't want to have to go back to the bar, Sparkling water. And an orange peel, because why not? I have an orange. Okay, so now we have our drink ready. We're gonna learn to body roll, and then we're gonna drink and body roll together. How does that sound? So first, cheers. All right, so imagine we're at Pop's bar and you see your friend from across the room, and then you do like the head nod, like that. That's the first position of the body roll. So you're gonna see your friend and face up, and then move your chest in, and then arch your back, and then go back. So, oh gosh. Not gonna work. All right. Oh, oops, stepped on a joint. Okay, here, we can do this. All right. So you're gonna say step to your friend. Wilson, I don't know where Wilson is. So you're gonna, sideways, you're gonna say step to your friend, and then move up, and then keep on moving back and forth. Oh, let me get a better. And then so step. Wow, no. Hold on. So now drink in hand. Wow. Drink in hand. And then step to your friend. And then I don't see anyone doing this. And then you move your hips side to side to gyrate. You can move it around. And then just feel the music.
I love it, Amp. Keep going.
Sup?
Cheers, y'all.
Hi.
Yeah.
Top bun mommy.
Point your next victim.
Oh, hey.
There you go. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Ooh. Well, where are the drinks? You have to have drinks in your hand to do this.
12 o'clock.
Here's y'all.
Oh, hey.
Cheers, Amp. Where's the music? You don't need music.
Hedgen, stop complaining. Just body roll.
We're gonna just run the rest of the hour with you body rolling, Ab.
What'd you say, Ab?
I don't have a kilo.
We'll get more.
So we're just gonna play a Ciara all day.
We're gonna keep playing until you finish that drink.
Ooh.
I just missed the whole thing because I was taking so much time making a cocktail.
Marathon body
Can you teach us again? Can you do the lesson again since you're body rolling anyway?
One more time.
What? Emmy, be quiet.
One more time.
Why is no one else dancing?
Patrick got you.
Yeah, there you go. I see that whistling, Patrick.
Ooh.
Ooh, busted.
It's on repeat, so I'm just letting you know.
It's too real for noon.
Are we going some more?
Okay, all right, y'all. Dude, Ab, thank you. Give it up for Ab, you guys.
Do it. So that's why. She was never home. Only sibling she raised was my youngest.
God, that was amazing. I mean, like, I didn't really try to do it, to be honest, but I was also trying to spotlight the people that was trying to do it. There was a lot of love. There was a lot of support. I saw a lot of body rolls. That was lit. So, you guys, now you remember, you see a friend and then you have a drink in hand. You gotta make sure you gotta have a drink in hand, and then you do your body rolls. So give it up one more time for App. That was sick.
Huh?
I'm for the body rollathon.
Does anybody wanna show their
Quarter per roll.
body roll?
And you should show it.
Nah, I mean, like, I'm busy. I'm trying to
Yo, Steph with the stunner shades. Gang, gang.
No.
I'm not ready to keep on your shit. I didn't know it was 11. I was still.
All right, guys. That was amazing. Did everybody kind of learn a little bit today so far? Everyone's pretty good? Okay, we are now moving on. We're gonna put some music back on, turn it back up, and who better to do it than Chung Tak? Chung Tak is amazing. She kills it on the turntables every single time. I've seen this chick pregnant as Sweater Funk and like cute as fuck with a sheer top and a with her belly showing, and she's like, I need a burrito. So me and App went right away. We're like, we got you. We got you a burrito for your baby. Don't worry. So once again, this is, Chung Tak, and I'm going to let her take over.
Okay, let's see how this goes. I'm going to try to do a little Serato, a little vinyl, and never good at switching both back. Okay, let me know if you can hear me.
Pressing the bears.
Oh, the bears are around. Can you guys hear?
What bears? Backup dancer bears.
Can you guys hear okay?
Yeah, I think we'll turn up a little bit. Turn up a little bit.
I like to say what's up to God.
Christina, turn it up.
Turn it up? Okay.
Bust out with what you learned with the body rolls, y'all.
This is a record. Okay, back to work here.
Hey.
Giorno. Professional life. How I love the country
So deceiving is the clouded heart. So superficial is the open room. I caress the infinite light. The infinite night overshadows the moon and sings to you. Misconstrued my answers due to the lack of love. The door up, guess who's gonna ring the chimes? That's right, give me a big hug. You know I'll treat you right. Oh girl, make it a quick one. I'm only here tonight. I know Santa Barbara, I'm still the same old guy. Take a look at me, see I couldn't look no better. Girl, I'm at the peak, and that's a fact. Take a part of me, you know it couldn't feel no better. Take it all in before you break your back or get a heart attack. I'm a wonderful thing, baby. Wonderful. I'm a wonderful thing, baby. Goodbye, sorry I can't stay, but I don't have much time. I've got a list of more things to see before I fly. Lots of they can see me. Why should they be deprived? Come on, give me a blessing. You're still the first in line. Take a look at me. See, I couldn't look no better. Girl, I'm at my peak, and that's a fact. That's a fact. Take a part of me. You know it couldn't feel no better. Make sure that you breathe before you break your back or get a heart attack. I'm a wonderful thing, baby. Wonderful. I'm a wonderful thing, baby. I'm wonderful, wonderful, marvelous, marvelous. I'm wonderful, wonderful, so marvelous, marvelous. I'm wonderful, no bad, but just
Ooh.
Yay! Hi, Marky.
Julie! Julie! Hi, Julie. Julie. She's like, whatever. Marky! We're at Highland Park Brewery. Post bike beers.
Woo!
That was great, Hedge.
Oh, that was amazing.
Get it, Christina. Come back in the house.
Sing it for me, if only I could get you there. Box of luck with the key, baby, you don't need no spare. Unless you promise with me, I don't wanna be no player. Take me there, take you there, at the step. Baby, I don't yours. Surely you ain't mine, but that don't mean you can't bang my line. Baby, I want it, move me and you. Little hoop, say I'm smooth, make a move, catch a groove, run it proof. Make it hurt so good, move your hips, how to work so good. Make your body watch the finish line, but that don't mean that we're done. And it's fine, and now we take a peek at the sun. Too many like it, but that don't mean I'm the one. Let's settle for the moment. Test drive, let's ride, nobody own it. Telling that you. This is clean, boy, just pop your neck, connect the dots, the freckles and spots. What else you got? Shake it up till it pops. Hook you up like a mop. No game, no jersey, but you know when it back. Favorite position is here, so tell me where you at? Where you at? You over there? You should be over here. You know where it is. You know you trying to ride. Time getting thinner, this window getting slimmer. Baby, this a game, if somebody gotta win it. Far from undefeated, I ain't taking no L. My body on your body, it seems to receive it well. You doing it, oh you doing it. Love the way you moving it when you see I'm pursuing it. Let me work that, show you how I earn that. Tell you what this night finna adjourn now. I'll make it clear, drop it on me. Tell me that you want me. Roommates is out of state, I'm home alone like I'm a company. Slide to my Adobe, we can do it like our ancestors. I can say it, let me show it. You'll understand better. Show your cards, I'll be following suit. I want a slice of that pie, plus a taste of that fruit. Stir it simmer, let me cook that up. Send the waves to your stereo, I'll hook that up. Don't touch you down. Sorry, give me a call when you're trying to ride.
Yay, I'm done.
Yeah!
Thank you, Christina.
Yay, yay.
Thanks, Mart. Big shout out to you. Talk to you later.
job.
Bye. Yeah, I know, me too.
Good
All
job.
right, bye. Love
Good
you.
job.
Amazing, amazing.
I love what you did with the apartment. It's so nice.
Yes, thank you. Bye. Oh, look who's here.
Oh.
Your flower. In your mouth. Yeah, you want to try? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, eat that.
Baby.
Oh my
God. Next, this is
Ooh, Dreamers.
So Genie on the scene.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh.
I can't hear that.
Ooh, look at these bears. They're so cute. Oh, I'm gonna unmute everyone just to forget. Say hi to the bears. Yes.
Oh, Kevin.
Also,
Bye, guys.
bye.
Bye, Jimmy. Bye, Tucky. Bye.
All right, y'all. That was a fire ass set from Changtak. That was awesome. That kind of like, I was sitting, but I was moving around, stretching it out. Dude, that was dope. How you guys feeling? We learned how to roll a joint. We got some tips on hangover cure. So hopefully the people who are hungover today are, rejuvenated and feeling like a human being. We got some body rolls. We got cocktails. We got some fire sets. And we're going to continue on. I mean, the next one is, who's hungry? Because after all that moving, all that smoking, who's hungry? I am. So we're going to actually move on to Miss Big Bad Wolf herself, Hedgen, and she's going to show us how to make some Korean pancakes.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Hey guys, so can you switch the speaker view to Hedgen? This is Mark's thing, and he's actually gonna be recording on my phone and trying to actually lots of the, which is not really possible with the laptop. So can you switch the speaker view to mine, please?
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now. Give me 1 second.
Babe, is it up?
Oh, I see it now. Okay, found it.
Hopefully he'll do a good job.
Sweet.
Is there a lag?
It seems okay right here.
Perfect.
You hear me? Okay.
Amazing.
So my kitchen actually has shitty Wi-Fi setup room right now. Get closer. I don't want them to see all the ugly. But we're gonna make Korean pancakes. This is something that's actually really, really easy to make. And I normally don't order this in the restaurants because I always feel like I'm getting like ripped off. How's the sound? Good? Okay. So I usually don't order this because I feel like I'm getting ripped off. It's super easy, super cheap to make. So when I'm paying like $15, $18 for a Korean pancake at the restaurants, I just like can't be living like that. So it's like one of those like, let's get rid of all of our shit in the kitchen or in the refrigerator recipes. Right now I had, during the apocalypse, not a lot going on, but I have some shredded sweet potato, zucchini, and green onions, and I try to just julienne them in this like longer shape and try to make them like evenly cut, so when you cook it, it cooks evenly. And then we're gonna use a unbleached all-purpose flour. Secret is that I add a little bit of rice flour, sweet rice flour, mochiko, into the mix as well, so it's not as like dense. You want the unbleached because obviously the bleached shit is not good for you. Pro tip right there. So yeah, we're gonna start. I'm just gonna literally, like, you could put shrimp, you could put whatever you have in the fridge, just throw it all in there. Get rid of your vegetables before they're looking all sad. Throw it in there, okay? And then I'm going to salt everything generously. And then I don't know why, I'm not a scientist, but apparently you're supposed to use cold water. Cold water. So I pour that first. If you put the flour first, it just ends up all sticking together. Oh shit, I forgot a spoon. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, so then you mix it up with a little bit of water, and I never measure. I'm not a measurer. I just do whatever the fuck I want. So you could get a little bit runnier, you could get a little bit thicker, but I just eyeball it. So I'm just pouring in a little bit like that. This measuring cup is just for display, I guess. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of the rice flour. I'm gonna mix that up, and as I go, I'm gonna add more water as needed. And you're kind of looking for a consistency that's like not too thick, not too thin. And you might have to go back and forth a couple times. That's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's gonna be delicious no matter what. And then every time you do it, you're gonna get the ratios better. I like mine a little bit thicker and chewier. The more runny the batter, the thinner the pancake's gonna be. So I like mine a little bit thick. And then we're gonna put 1 egg. Whoop. Thanks, Jen, for the eggs. Shout out my secret trap star egg person, Jennifer. And we're gonna mix it all. Oh, let's start this thing going. Oops, babe, can you start this? Okay, so you want this ripping hot. Like, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna put the oil in there and wait for the oil to get hot. I'm gonna wait first for the pan to get ripping hot. And then you're gonna use a high temperature oil. You could use canola, vegetable, avocado. Usually, you know, olive oil smokes at a lower temperature. And so what you're gonna do is like reduce the temperature, which means it's not gonna get as crispy. The higher the heat, the crispier it's gonna be. And if you pour this batter in when the oil's not up to like a ripping temp, it's just gonna soak up all the oil rather than get that crisp. So if you're getting soggy ass shit when you're trying to like crisp or fry or whatever, it's probably because you're putting it in when the temperature's not hot enough. So then we're mixing this, I'm waiting, blah, blah, blah. It's ripping hot, let's just say, and then I'm gonna put, the more oil that you put, the crispier that it's gonna be. If you're trying to be healthier and you don't want that like crispy and you're fine with that, that's okay. And this is the consistency of the batter now. This is how I like it. And it's like the batter veggie ratio is like this. And then you're just gonna start putting this shit in there. And if you want that perfect circle that you see at the Korean restaurants, you're just gonna have to fill this whole thing up with batter up all the way to the edges, which I don't really care about, to be honest. I kind of like these jagged edges, but for the show's sake, I'll just be a sheep and make it a circle, right? And then let's do the sauce. So while this is going, I'm gonna make sauce. Usually I just keep it simple. Soy sauce, a little bit of vinegar. You could use regular vinegar, champagne vinegar, red wine. I ended up using some of Get Potley's hemp-infused apple cider vinegar. And you know what? It's Sunday, so we're gonna do a little infusion. Easiest infusion you could possibly do with the cannabis. Get your high THC proof. It's 30 milligrams per 1 dropper. So like, let's just do like 15 milligrams, and you can put this directly into the batter, mix that up, or you could just put it in your sauce. I fucked up, so I'm putting it in my sauce now. There we go. And then once this is done, obviously you're gonna flip it. Make sure that it crisps up all the way, so before you flip it. And then you're gonna cut it up and put it on the serving thing. And by the magic of television, we have one that's already made. And it would not be a Big Bad Wolf show if I didn't mukbang this shit right now, right? So it's a little cold. It's been sitting out there since before the show started, but what the hey. Thanks, Proof. Thanks, Get Potley. Then you dip it in there. It's good. Bye-bye. Bye.
And I love your face. Amazing and adorable.
Damn, I'm salivating. That looks
Push it
so
back to
good.
March.
I am very, very, very jealous of that right now.
Here.
That looks delicious.
Wait, Jen, can you switch it back to Mark's?
Got it.
Good job.
Yeah, that was so good. Round of applause.
Yeah.
If you want to shrimp, kimchi,
That was dope.
ginger, whatever the fuck you have, all the kimchi, put it in there. Put it in there.
I vote for a weekly show.
Yeah, weekly show would be dope. Oh my goodness. I am hungry. I wish you were literally next door to me so I can just steal that off your hot pan. I'm so hungry right now. Anyways, that was dope. I can't wait to try that out myself. I think I might have some of the, oh, that's sexy. I was like, oh, cool. The spotlight's still on there. So, wow. Once again, that's Hedgen from Big Bad Wolf. If you don't follow her, you guys should. It's Big Bad Wolf SF on Instagram. And yeah, moving on. How are you guys all feeling? Can I get like a
Hungry.
you know, hungry, right?
Hungover and hungry.
Hungry.
Hungover and hungry. Jason.
Hair of the dog. Hair of the dog.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, here's y'all for a little ailment. Oh, you are hungover.
That was a tough trip to Booty Town. It was really cool last night.
Thanks, Bo.
You and your virtual class.
Oh, I missed Chinchexit.
All right. So, moving on, y'all. We're nearing towards the end of our Sunday show. But we have Astrologic in the house. They're gonna play some dope music, some vibes. So, this is great to have your lunch with, or brunch, and just hang out. These ladies are my heart and soul. I love them to death. We connected so many fucking years ago. Black Market SF, they did a show there for my night market back then. And then Chen also did massaging and all that stuff. We've kept in touch and they've been so amazing. Always great to see their faces. But they are also, let me unmute them right now.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Everyone's good? Awesome. Over.
Can you hear? Okay, cool. So nice to wake up with all of
I
you.
know.
Y'all, your community is so dope. Every night y'all been turning out. It's been amazing. So thanks for having us. Thanks, Jen, for hosting. I'm hella hungry. So now that Edge made that in front of me, God.
Thank you, Edge. I can make that for her.
You're so funny. You really should. Yeah, you definitely need to make a show out of that. Whatever you just did right there. So we're just bringing the vibes and helping you stay hungry. And I mean, you can eat while you watch us if you want to. I'm not wearing any underwear. I'm just kidding. You can't see at the bottom half of anybody's bodies. You can just get the upper half ready. Okay.
You don't judge here. You guys can not wear pants. Out here.
Sheila, check the guitar real quick. Can you hear it okay? Yeah, pants optional for sure. Awesome. Dope. Okay. All right, so we're gonna play just like 2 songs, and we have a song that we've been kind of like laying on that we've been thinking about putting out, but we want to get everyone's temperature, so we're gonna play it for you and see how y'all feel about it, if you feel like we should record it. All right. Okay, yeah. You want to start with? Let's start with, what are we starting with? We should have talked about this before. Distance?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, love, time to get up. I think you've been sleeping too long. day started when you were still young then. One room just ain't enough when it's two folks trying to get along. But it's hard to leave you alone. Ooh, love is always better when we take time to get back to who we are. When we are apart, distance makes the heart grow. Even when I'm lonely, happy knowing that your love is never far. When we are apart, distance makes the leaves on the trees fall. It makes the hours in the day long. Makes me wanna clear my head, find a little cafe and write the words to a song. And they're still free, be anywhere that I wanna be. Baby, get dressed up with something real pretty that you ain't ever seen. Oh, love is always better when we take time to get back to who we are. When we are apart, distance makes the heart grow. Even when I'm lonely, happy knowing that your love is never far. When we are apart, distance makes Yeah, distance makes this kind of cool, right? Yeah, we're connected in a whole different way. So I love this show. Yeah. When you love, it makes a heart. When you trust, it makes a heart. When you go, it makes a heart. When we're alone, when we're apart, in the middle of a fight, we walk away to make it right. Where we go, we'll never part. When we're alone or in the dark, on a plane, up in the stars, in the movies or at the park, home alone or out to tea. Look to your heart and think of me. I wanna love you, don't wanna try to change the pace of your life. We get together, we'll make it good. We'll get together, ooh. Hey, love, time to get up. I think you've been sleeping too long. My day started when you were still young.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was so amazing. Thank you guys.
Thank you for having us. I mean, and I have to say, I don't know how it is that your crew can just like keep going. Like y'all just keep going. Y'all were I saw you drinking last night. Y'all were turned up. And somehow you're still up here being out with us. So thank you so much. And shit, let's keep connected. Yeah. What are we doing next? Oh wait, how long do we have? I forgot. Sorry. Okay. Okay, maybe we'll do let's see. You wanna try that? Okay. So this is the song that we've been like kinda like we haven't recorded it, we haven't really performed it too much for people too, and we just wanna get a feel to see if y'all think we should record it. It's just like a song idea. Yeah, so you're our like thermometer. Let us know how it feels, okay? This is it's called Love Returns. Y'all, everything been okay? Like what you've been hearing? Yeah, I can back up a little bit if I need to. Particles and atoms invisibly. Oh, hi, doggy. Spirit we cannot see, but feel it right. Who'd want it wrong? Deep awakening, rising through soul. Love return. Fill me up and let me see. Love return. Fill me up, it's everything. Love's in need of love today. How can I stay? Can I obey? But your genuinity is all I want, all I see. This is how we shit. 93 till infinity. Love return. Fill me up and let me see. Love return. Fill me up, it's everything. Rebalance, refocus, no doubt and no hurt feelings. Live free in this new earth thinking. Rise above thought, make dreams real living. We are everything, love is everything. Mental prisoners start unleashing. Love heals everything, love heals everything. Love heals everything. Love, 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 love. Love, love, fill me up and let me see. So what you think? Yeah, it's a go or something?
Dope.
Record it. Okay. I'm just gonna say that because you're all looking at me right now, and I see all of you. Just kidding.
You know we need it. Please support it. Make a pandemic mixtape, please.
Okay. I like the girl who's dancing with a plant. There was someone dancing with a plant. That was good. That was real good. Oh yeah, right there. See? Oh, is that a plant?
And the puppy.
And the puppy. Yes, animals. Look at all the random items here in this next song. We're gonna do one more.
Me?
Super strange.
Succulent dance.
Do you want to try? Okay. Who's that? Does anyone know Hiatus Coyote here? Yeah. Okay. Wait. Hold on. I didn't see everybody. Who else knows Hiatus Coyote? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. We love them. We're gonna do that one as an ender. It's kind of a weird song, but we like it, so it's cool. Happy Sunday, y'all! I'm gonna smoke a joint after this because I can't be too high when I'm singing. I forget all the words. All right. Hey. Oh, I see your T-shirt. Yeah. Hey. Hey, Blue's in the house. Oh shit! What's up, man? Yeah. Wow. Hannah, my darling, I will follow you into the sunrise and the desert sky. We fly, rise together with our hearts upon see. We two will breathe like between us, heart sail with love for you. Love you, I love you, I do. Love you, love you, love you, I do. Nakamura, sweet red earth will hold you like the strength you bless to me. Truly engage humility. Watch me struggle with your words, however truth, for they may be. We'll see in time, opening our hearts and nurturing. I love you, love you, I love you, I do. Love you, I love you, I do. Oh, it sets our hearts to fire, sweeps through the night. I'm not sure, no, we set our hearts to fire, sweeps through and night. I'm not sure, no, we two will post in through this night. I'm not sure, no, we two will post. I'll always love you, know I love you. I love you, I do. Love you, love you, I love you, I do. It sets our hearts to fire, sweeps through and I know it sets our hearts to fire, sweeps through and I know we two will post loving through this night. How much I know we two will post. I'll always love you, I love you, I do. Love you, I love you, I love you, I do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you so much for Thank you very much.
Once again, wow. I always love hearing you guys. You guys, I mean, just anytime I do know that you guys have a show, I always try to see it. So I've seen a lot of these songs performed time and time again, and every single time is always like, so many feels, so many vibes.
Thank you. Thank you. We're very honored to be a part of this community through you. So thank you so much for having us. And shouts out to all of you for surviving. You're making it work. You came out today. That's a huge Y5 to all of you. Y5.
Yo, I mean, we have 45 people in here, and there's some
Hey.
I haven't seen in
Wow. Hey, good job. Sunday morning. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's in bed. That's why.
And I mean,
On their phones.
I'm still kind of teary-eyed. This is a lot. Like, it's so beautiful to have everyone here, And I hope you guys had like a good start to your Sunday. Once again, Astrologic, I mean, they kill it. You guys need to follow them. It's on Instagram, ASTRALOGIK.
Yes. Astra Logic, Astra Logic. Shouts out to all the artists in here. There's so many talented people in this room, and it's kind of nerve-wracking, but it's okay.
Support your artists.
All of you are amazing. Thank you for supporting.
Yeah, buy everyone's music if you can. If you want to donate to us, it's Venmo Insidelands at 2020, Insidelands 2020, and all of the funds will be distributed to all the artists involved. And you know, we're trying to watch out for everybody out here. We gotta like come together more than ever and support each other. If some people need eggs, give them eggs. If you have
True.
Let's all share everything because at the end of the day, we gotta have it.
I'm down to barter. I'll send you some shit. What do you guys got? What you got?
Milk.
You got milk.
Yeah, brother.
I got some Paula. Some Oreos.
Some Oreos. Who's the baby? Can I have the baby? I need some therapy right now. Medicine.
Oh, sounds like Toki. Yeah, she wants some sparkly pants.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Oh, you did get that.
Want me to get your stuff? Okay, yes.
Well, guys, this is pretty much it. That's the last of our programming for Insidelands. Thanks again for tuning in. Oh, am I muted? No. Okay. Thanks again for tuning in. We're rebooting.
That's a gender
I hope I'm not too overly awkward. I'm trying my best. It's weird for me to talk in front of a camera. Everybody knows I get very awkward. So apologies in advance.
Yeah, first with the same. Oh, you killed it.
We'll be back
Literally killed it.
Monday, 7 to 9, and we're going to be Monday to 6 p.m. So if you guys want to tune in, Kat would be hosting tomorrow, and it's Mental Health Monday. So we gotta stay sharp up here and make sure we're not clouded by all the really cool programming for mental and physical health tomorrow. So tune in, y'all, and thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye. Toki, say bye.
Bye.